welcome to the Coder's Desk. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Let's begin with the C language. C language. So what do we have in C? We have constants and variables. So constants are also called as literals and variables are also called as identifiers. So as the name suggests, constant meaning they do not change. They remain constant throughout the program. And variables, as the name suggests, they vary. They change throughout the program. How are they defined? They start with a underscore or an alphabet. For example, underscore or A or B, like that. And they contain an alphabet, underscore or a digit. They do not contain special characters. So how can we name them as? We can have valid names as A or underscore B or AB10, or we can have AB underscore 10, or we can have A10B, and so on and so forth. But for example, if I write it as 9A underscore, so this will be wrong. This is not allowed. The first character should always be a alphabet or a underscore. Let me take a new page. So let's try to define some constants and variables. So constant will be defined with a const keyword. Const int a is equal to 10 semicolon. Const float say b is equal to 36.5. Const, let's try to define a character type variable. Character c is equal to m. Let's define some variables. Excuse me. Let's define some variables. We skip this const keyword and we directly write int a semicolon. Int b is equal to 20 semicolon. Char m semicolon. Char m is equal to n semicolon. Float c. Float c is equal to 275.8 semicolon. Something like this. So this is your variable and constant declarations. Now let's just start with a small program. Before that, let's go on to some keywords that we will be requiring in that program. The first one is hash include. What is hash include? It is nothing but a preprocessor directive that tells us that please include the libraries mentioned in these braces in the code execution. So we have one library which is as stdio.h. What does it say? It says standard input output library inclusion header. And we have two functions in this, namely scanf that we normally use and the printf function. What does scanf do? It takes input from the console. And what does printf do? It prints the output to the console. So these are the various things. I left out one thing. Return. The return keyword generally tells return something to the function that has called this function. Okay. let's write a code. Hash include stdio.h int main, say int a semicolon scanf %d ampersand a semicolon printf number is %d a semicolon return 0. So what does this basically do? This tells us include the library stdio.h. What does this do? It tells us that please return an integer value to the environment executing this code. This is the main function. It is a user defined function. This is a variable declaration that we have seen previously. Scanf is nothing but accepting input from the console. %d tells us that please give us an integer type input from the console. Ampersand a. This is a beautiful construct. It tells us that at the address location of a, please store the variable that is coming from the input. Suppose I enter 10. So 10 will be entered over here. Number is %d a. So it prints the number a and returns 0. So it returns 0 to the environment, which means that there was no error occurred into this code. If any error occurs, we can return some other value over here instead of 0, so that the code understands that we have. So let's go and execute this code. We have this code as hash include stdio.h int main int a printf please enter the number scanf %d ampersand a and so on. First we have to do is run and build the task. Then we will do run without debugging. So here it goes. I am entering a number, say 1234. The number is 1234. The number has been printed over here. So this is all for this tutorial. Please like and subscribe if you find this tutorial informative. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks. Bye bye.